Welcome back to our fifth episode of the Baja Brief. Today I'm with Tana Craighead, a
Yeah.
founder of the Cabo Wine Club, the oldest wine club in the Baja California Sur, the visionary behind the Talk of Town, and you're a prominent figure in the region's culinary and wine scene with a passion for gastronomy, but you also have countless expats to make their transition to move to Cabo easier and happy.
hmm
But let's start from the beginning, Tana. Tell me
Well,
more. How did everything started? How did you move to Cabo?
first off, Gatsy, for letting me be on your podcast and your first one, and
Thank
congratulations
you.
on your newborn.
Thank you so much.
I, as a newlywed, visited Baja 44 years ago with my sweetheart, Dan Craighead. His father has been coming to Cabo since Dan was 14
Wow.
years of age. I won't give his age up right now, but do the math. So over the years, we went back and forth to Cabo, and we ended up here on the marina. My father-in-law had a small little condo at Plaza Las Glorias. For those who've been here for a long time, they know that that's one of the first buildings up on the marina side. We were here before actually the marina was being built. We saw the whole growth expansion. My father-in-law bought a home in Pedregal, which was lovely. And my husband and I commuted back and forth because we were working, raising kids and doing life up in the north and then coming to the south for our beautiful relaxation vacation needed for 4 days. You know how everybody does that 4 day, 4 days, it felt like a month. Fast forward, as the kids went off to school, we came down more and I stayed longer. And I remember going to a wine shop called Tutubini. And I picked up a bottle of Mexican wine and I thought, wow, this sounds really interesting, but $60? It seems a little high for Mexican wines. And I say that only in retrospect that you're drinking beers back then for $1, and having shooters for, I don't know
And
how
you
long
came here when the roads were not even
there
paved,
were no
right?
paved roads. There was maybe, I don't think so. No, I don't. I remember walking on dirt roads to El Squid Row. That was the
Exactly.
happening place. Well, you would start out at the Rio, and then from the Rio had the best happy hour. Their tapas and happy hour was amazing. And then from there you went to the Giggle and Marlin, where they put on a
course.
fantastic show. And I hope that they rebuild and put that show back together for our community because it was amazing. And then from the Giggle and Marlin, we would finish it off the night end at El Squid Row, where Billy would entertain everybody to the mints and kept us going all night long. But as time went on and you get older and the kids are getting older and they're getting married and just partying, yeah. And so the wine club, I decided that I wanted to educate my palate about the different wine varietals. And I started in our home in Pedregal and invited some of our neighbors. And we had 12 guests. And one of the guests, which she just moved out of town, Sandra Berry, a lot of people know her. She wrote for the Los Cabos magazine and several newspapers.
Because besides that, you're a very active member of the Pedregal community.
Yeah.
And it's also impressive how Cabo has changed because Pedregal was one of the main and the first developments in Old Cabo, especially for people who love fishing, because I assume that your father-in-law.
Oh, yes. He had a fishing boat.
Do you like fishing too?
Oh, yes. I love to fish when the water's calm like a lake. But no, I love fishing. I love all that Cabo has to offer. And Pedregal is a great neighborhood to live in. So we are right close to town, our home, and our neighbors are, it's great to know your neighborhood and who your neighbors are. And that's why Pedregal is so engaging because it's a community. And when we first moved there was no community. I mean, if you know entiendo español or didn't read it or anything, you really didn't know what was happening.
Exactly.
And there were lots of things happening within the local community. And I attended a lot, like Sabor de Cabo. The very first one was 16 years ago. I did not go to the first one or the second one, but I did go to the third one because I understood more the culture and the neighborhood. And that's important when you move to a neighborhood or a community. You should know what the community is all about and what they have to offer. Because right now, fast forward to 2025, our local scene is amazing with the chefs. We have Michelin star chefs, the farms. Get out and go see our farms. And here in Los Cabos, we have some beautiful farms. Before it was just San Jose, Santiago, Miraflores. Those were the areas that were producing this wonderful, wonderful fruits and vegetables. But now go up the coastline, the Pacific, you have Todos Santos, Pescadero. I mean, what they're producing and the chefs and the food and wine and scene is come together so beautifully here. And that's why I think when I started the wine club that I wanted to see more of that happening within our community. Now today, when Pedregal, we moved to Pedregal, they just had the homes being built. Monica Diaz Riviera had started the Los Cabos organic market. And I remember her talking to the growers back in San Jose and stuff, how to get them there to sell their product as a farmer's market. And they didn't really capture the concept. I would go with her. This is how dedicated she was to kick it off. Go with her to a dirt, I mean, mind you, the roads were all dirt, to these farms, and they would have their scales hanging from the tree to weigh the product as she took it off. And then they would write it. And then she would go and she would set the tables up and she would sell it and bring him back the money. And they saw that, hey, maybe there is a need, and then it expanded. So Pedregal has a wonderful farmers market. Now
it's Saturdays, right?
It's Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Wednesdays and
from
Saturdays.
8 till noon. And it's well worth seeking out.
Tradition now.
Yes.
For all the Pedregals community.
It's open to everybody, every community in Los Cabos or visitors here that wanting to get some beautiful fruits. Right now it's citrus season, so you're going to get lots of citrus fruits.
How have you seen the change of Cabo and the expat community? Is there a change? Because when we are here for a long time, we didn't have paved roads. Actually, there was like only 3 spots or 4 spots where you can go out at night.
Mm-hmm.
Cabos is still one of the safest places in all the Mexico country. But back then, have you seen how this has grown?
Yes, of course. My goodness, the mountains are Costco condos, and I guess I shouldn't call them Costco condos, but there's so much development going on, and the infrastructure is growing so rapidly that I don't think they have a building. I mean, I would have liked to have asked your broker about that. The building commission for the waters. We're very limited on water here. Of course, Pedregal has the beautiful part about Pedregal. We have a desal plant, so our water is never turned off, or we're not very low on water. However, the lining areas of us have no water, and they turn them off for a week, and then sometimes 2 weeks, and then they rotate. Like there's different districts. There's Cabo Bayo district, and then you have Tizal district, and so I think there's like within the Cabo San Lucas area, there's 16 districts, right?
There are 16.
Yeah, there's 16 districts, and it's a good thing you asked me this question because Cabo has grown so much, and since the pandemia, all these expats from all around the world have moved here and bought homes here, not just in Pedregal, but in other communities. And that's where Talk of the Town came in. I was talking with Naomi, that is the expat administrator for Los Cabos, whose office is in Catac, located on the marina. I worked with her to put together the Talk of the Town. And so she and her team host monthly meetups. The next one is February 18th. It's with the Canadian Consulate, and it's going to talk about our expats from Canada, what their benefits are here. And then on top of that, Naomi will talk to them about the benefits for expats living abroad and what they, how to obtain maybe residence and stuff like that.
What do you think about the fact, because I have many friends that are either American or Canadian, and they have moved to Cabo for, I don't know, they have been living here 40, 20 years, and they don't feel the need to speak Spanish. Yeah, right. I know many people have been here for a while and do not speak Spanish.
To the American people out there that bought homes here or wanting to buy homes here, it's importante tu entiendo español and hablano. How would you like it if our neighbors came to live in your neighborhood and you no entiendo? It's important to give the initiative. And I learned my Spanish on the beach back in the day. They didn't have Spanish classes. And the vendors, when they were done with the selling their chingula mingula, we would go into a circle. I would teach them English and they would teach me Spanish. And to this day, there's still vendors out there that I've known for over close to 30,
something years.
Yeah, a lot of years. And they're still there. And let me tell you about the vendors on the beach. They put their kids through university. They've gone to work for airlines now. They're doing very successful. So talk to them when you see a vendor or someone pushing a cart down the street, and learn who your neighbors are, because you're living in their country, right? It's only, I think, important to do, to understand. And I think that's why people say, how did you learn about that event up the road? You didn't go to this event over here. I said, well, I went because I read in Spanish that they were having this venue, that this winemaker from Mexico City was coming, and I wanted to see where is Pareles. I can never say that. I love Casa Madero wines, but
what
Pareles, Mexico. You know, Casa Madero is the oldest. Yeah, Casa Madero is the oldest winery in the Americas. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes, it's the oldest winery in the Americas.
What's your favorite Mexican wine?
I'm not going to answer that, and I'll tell you why. There's different terroirs in different areas of Mexico that have different qualities of the different wine varietals. So if you follow the seasons and follow the grape vine, then you'll know. That's why I did the wine club, because you learn one sip at a time.
So what are the activities that you do with the Cabo Wine Club? For example, tell me one of your favorite activities when...
everybody does wine and food pairing or wine tastings. So for instance, I hosted a hop-on, hop-off fire truck experience where we went to 3 different locations. It was a progressive meal. You would start out with your sunset with the happy hour and wine. The chef would come out and pair it with a tapa, and you'd have your wine. Then you'd hop back on the fire truck. You go to the next stop and you'd have your entree, and you would have the chef come out and talk about the food and the wine. And then the third one would be dessert with food and wine, and the chef would come out and talk about it. All the proceeds went to the fire department to help them with their programs that they have, which is great. That's the other thing. I mean, go to the fire department, talk to them, and see, not just the fire department. We have the Los Niños del Capitan, Niños de Niñas del Capitan.
That's like a foundation.
It's a daycare for workers, for their children to be in a safe environment to while mom or dad are working, doing construction or housework or whatever, cooking in restaurants. And it was put together by a woman that wanted the kids, without running through the streets all day long, or what was the woman going to do to go? Because when Cabo was built, they built it in 14 years. The guys came from all over. They met some girls. Some of them stayed and kept the family. Some of them left the women.
Course.
And then, so they needed to learn how to work and make money to feed their children. And that's also where Guadalajara, can I say that? Did I say it right? Guadalajara?
Guadalajara?
No, Guadalajara. It's an association here. It's you never heard of it?
No.
Oh, that's as old as the Cabo Wine Club. Or older. You heard, yeah? Guadalajara? Oh my God. Well, a shout out. How do you say the cactus? Guadalajara. How do you say? The cactus, that's
Cardamom?
No, Guadalajara. Oh, I hope I'm saying it right, you guys. Los Niños de Niñas del Capitan, Guadalajara, and then San Miguel Abuela Center, the senior center for this. If you haven't been out there, I brought my girlfriend, Edie. I met her at a wine tasting in California, and I didn't know how old she was, but she says, oh, what did I do? And I took her to a couple trade shows with me, and we became girlfriends. We went all over. At 103, she came to Cabo to visit. She loved Cabo San Lucas. She loved the people. She loved the food. She loved the atmosphere. And then I took her to the senior center at San Miguel, the Abuela Center. She was blown away. She said that the seniors here had more activities and more things to do, and put their senior center to shame up in the north. They were learning English. They were dancing. They were making piñatas. cooking, just so full of life. And that's what Edie was, 103. She lived to be 116, by the way, the oldest person in the Americas and the second oldest in the world.
And it's awesome, actually, to know that there are these kind of places that help women, because we never talk about that. We never talk about the fact that it's a destination where people come and go.
Yeah.
Right?
They go to the golden zone.
And we don't see that. Well, because of that, many people come, have kids, and some of them, as you said, stay, but some others leave and they never come back. So it's a problem. It's a society situation that it's nice to know that someone and people that is coming to and moving from other countries is coming and it's aware of the situation and is helping the community.
I don't think that the expats should move in and say, here we are to save the day. I really don't think you should do that. I think that you should just guide and teach, because they learn and they're going to continue. So I think that it's good to go in and give them knowledge of the knowledge you have. Because after all, isn't that how we all learn, is from other people's knowledge? Like we were talking with the wine. You asked me my favorite wine. How can I tell you the Nebbiolo in Baja California Norte is as good as the Nebbiolo in Italy? It's all, they're all fantastic.
But the Nebbiolo grape, it's very difficult to get. It's only, Mexico is one of the few countries that actually produce a Nebbiolo. I love Nebbiolo. It's one of my favorites. And actually, one of my favorite wines is from the Baja that produces the Nebbiolo.
Oh, nice.
So, yes, it's very interesting. How would you compare, for example, the Baja wine experience with other, for example, Napa or other countries that are very big with wine? Do you think that Mexico is competing out there?
Definitely. In Valle de Guadalupe, definitely. Yes. That is the Napa of Mexico. Everybody writes about it. And the food scene's amazing. You've got Drew Deckman that's out there. He's doing a fantastic job. He was in San Jose, but he packed his bags and went north. It's not just about wine here. There's so many things that are produced here. Cheese, mill, honey, craft breweries popping up all over. A brand new one right behind City Club. Go explore, go support those guys. They're doing a bang up job. And what they put
What's the name of it?
Oh,
we should
get
go.
It wrong.
We all should go.
Yeah, we should all go. It's called Yaka. I'm sorry, guys. I see the name there. It's like Yaka something.
Janet Camus.
Janet Camus, shout out. It's a brand new brewery that just popped up. Also, I think that we have to give a lot of homage to Baja Brewery. Jason, and he came to town, and him and his father, and they started Baja Brewery, grassroots. And now look at how well they're doing. And a shout out to Rob. He did all the food for Baja Brewery.
Tana knows everybody here. Well, so now you know who to look. If you're moving to Cabo, please contact us.
Yes.
We are going to direct you with her.
No, please.
Because you know everybody. You have been here since Cabos started, actually.
Pretty much.
Right?
The beginning of time. Yeah, I guess so. Kind of sounds weird, but I'm excited for what's happening, but I'm also a little frustrated about the infrastructure not keeping up with the growth, and why the city allows the growth to grow without the infrastructure in place first, such as water, sewage, electricity. We're getting brownouts. Come on, everybody. They don't talk about it in the news. How many of you lost a tire or swerved and then hit a car? That's the most dangerous patch between Walmart and
unbelievable.
And just it's going to be 4:00. We got to leave at 2 to get to town by 4, or vice versa. So those are the only downfalls. If you live in the golden zone and you only are in that area, you don't see a lot of the things that are happening behind the scene in town, such as these issues.
What makes me feel happy or relaxed about all this situation, that of course they are let's say, crisis or situations that need to be attended is that the federal government, our actual Claudia Sheinbaum president, she is very focused on giving attention to the Baja California Sur and especially Los Cabos. So that's one of like a peace of mind because we live here. We love, well, at least I love Los Cabos. I love well, now it's my estate because I have been here for so long. This is very important. What will be the piece of advice that you will share or you will leave to all the expat community that is trying to move to Los Cabos? What will be that important?
Well, Naomi Romero Goodsman with CATAC. She is our administrator for expats, and her office is there. And I helped with her. We worked together on putting a platform together for expats called Talk of the Town, which is now being implemented throughout the government for all of the different districts to use that platform, which is fantastic. She is contacting foreign consulates. The U.S. consulate came and spoke at one of the Talk of the Towns. The Canadian consulate is coming to speak at the next Talk of the Town. The British consulate will be coming to speak at one of the Talk of the Towns. The Talk of the Town is a platform for expats to come and see what other platforms there are out there for them to utilize in case of emergencies or things like that, and keep them informed on what is happening. And those are a lot of the information is because a lot of the expats, like you say, don't understand Spanish or speak it. It's difficult for them, or their older community. We have a huge older community here too.
What would you suggest? Because people, well, there are some people that it doesn't matter. They move even if they don't speak the language, and they feel because they have been coming for a certain amount of years and they are familiarized with all the destination. But what about these people that do not speak Spanish and they feel afraid of the change? What would you suggest to them? Who they can reach out to?
I suggest Naomi. She'll help you with everything, with SAT, SAT, with your understanding what CFE is, SAPA, and just
RFC.
RFC, getting your residency card, and what to expect and what is expected of you as an expat living in Mexico. There are rules. It's not a free for all. So, and to understand your community and the people that live in it that are wonderful. That's why we love it here. Everybody is so down to earth and inviting and engaging and always smiling. You know, Mexico, they're always so inviting and engaging. They don't rush you out of the restaurants. Everything is, it just makes you feel welcome. And then that boils down to the community. And that's what Cabo's about. And that's what everybody loves. No matter what side of the street you're from, you're always opened up. They always have open arms for you.
From your experience, is it difficult to get a residency or a temporary permit? Is it difficult?
Now, remember, I had mine for many years. There are certain programs out there that you can learn by going to Talk of the Town where you can expedite your residency. It's amazing. I have somebody here, a friend that got his in no time at all by learning the codes and what they meant.
When I heard of Talk of Town and I saw all these topics that you talk about to the expat community, I felt very interested.
Oh, good.
Because it's incredible how you help others to make this transition to be easy and smooth. And they not only are being helped, they also feel that someone that they are connecting with is there for, to engage with the community and become part of the community, which is the awesome part.
Well, all I could say is that I always wanted to know my neighborhood and the neighbors and the people around it and where they ate and where they bought their fish, where did they go shopping, and, all of the questions I just wanted to know. And then Naomi, as far as the business sector, such as residency and fideicomisos and all these other things, she can guide everybody in that. I'm like a liaison, is that how you say? Yeah, to the expat community. But as far as running meetings and putting those things together, that's not me. I just put the platform together and then they take it off. They go.
What about the Cabo Wine Club? Let's say that someone is out there and want to join the events or what is coming. How do we know about it? Because there's people out there that don't even know that there's a Cabo Wine Club.
They can Google the Cabo Wine Club and then there'll be little links, or they can find us on Instagram, Facebook. We have a website. The website is just generic, telling you to go to those other venues. But look, if you're a wine lover, or let's say you're a retired winemaker or wine industry professional and want to host your own events, hit me up. I'll be more than happy to show you the ropes, because we have several sommeliers here that are doing tastings daily. They have wine tastings, montage. I mean, I started with Fabian 2006. Oh, I have to give a couple shout outs to some of these guys. Rogelio, he opened up a fantastic wine shop in San Jose. They speak Spanish, English, French. He has weekly tastings. It's called Fine Wine Company. And I've been working with him from day one. I mean, Hector with Baja Wines, his group of team, they do several tastings throughout Baja California Sur, and do a fantastic job. And it's not just Cabo. We're talking tastings from here, La Paz, Loreto, all Baja California Sur, pretty much. They're having a wine festival in San Carlos.
Nice.
Do you know about that?
I didn't know.
March. It's coming up. Get your tickets. They sell out every year. But see, these are hidden secrets because it's only in Espanol, but they speak English when you get there. Don't worry, folks. Buy the hotel room, travel up to Baja, check it out. It's amazing. Make a road trip or a fly to Laredo. I think you can get a flight.
San Carlos, and I think that March we still have whales.
Yes.
So if you are planning and if you decide to go to this wine event, you can just take the opportunity, get in your car or take an airplane, go and enjoy, besides the wine, this whale experience that is one of the most impressive ones, at least for me, to go and see where the baby whales are born. Actually, Loreto is beautiful because of its nature. And now that we know that there's going to be wine and food, let's go.
Yes, it's wonderful. Yes. I think I will. Go. I think it's the 7th, so I think I'm available. I went a couple years back. But this is the thing. That's why there's so many wonderful things that are happening here, not only in Cabo, but around our areas. That is just amazing. And of course, you've got the yachting. Look at all the super yachts we have out in the marina now. I mean, you could rent those, folks.
Those are impressive, right?
Oh my!
We lately have many amazing yachts.
We've got Tiffany and Mark. They came from Vegas and they started Vegas to Cabo yacht. One yacht. Now they have 3. But the reason why they have 3 was the beautiful adventures that they put together for their client base. And I'm not just going to shout them out. I mean, I have to go way back to the beginning because you have. Oh my gosh, I got to go.
We will need to invite every single person that you're mentioning right now.
Yes, you should. Well, the first one you should invite, because he came with his, he's in where they built the new terminal for the cruise ships to come in.
Oh, see.
He took it over. Justin, yeah. So Justin escapes
Wild Baja.
Sorry,
it's wild tours, no?
No. Justin came here and he bought one boat, a catamaran, and then he fell in love, and then they grew the company. Baja XX. Oh, sorry, Jason. Oh, here, I better look it up. It's Escape, right?
The Cabo Escape.
Cabo Escape. That's it. So he started out with Cabo Escape, and now he has several boats. He's doing a fantastic job. So I would highly recommend interviewing Justin, because he was here as the marina was developing. He was growing with the marina and with the client base coming in. Also, I have to mention La Isla.
Oh, La Isla.
Yeah, Carlos and
Hudson.
Gabby have again, and Pepe. I mean, an amazing experience. They started out with one La Isla. This is before all the other guys came down here. I don't know their names, but it don't matter. I highly recommend you to reach out to these people. They were the beginners, so Mexicano and Mexicana businesses. They started here in the marina before it became a mega destination for super yachts like the French Riviera, which is why we're having
terribles.
That's why we're having these multi-million-dollar homes being built. My neighbor's home, he spent $10 million. It's a beautiful home. But anyway,
it's impressive.
It's impressive
all the homes that
with the wine cellars,
have been built,
movie theaters. Oh, beautiful.
Because let me tell you something. When at least when I first moved here, there was nothing. It was so hard to go out and find these kind of communities or activities to meet people and have fun and enjoy what Cabo has to offer.
Right. And we should mention the pickleball community. It's just endless. We used to have bowling alleys here, but didn't take over. But pickleball is huge. So much so that in El Tilzel, there's a pickleball court there. I don't know if you knew that or not.
But Pedro has one.
We have two pickleball courts, a bocce ball court, a new gym that just opened up that has 2 pools, a spa, and a beautiful Michelin star restaurant.
And the restaurant,
really nice for the evening to watch sunsets. I highly recommend it. It's great. And then we have Courtside Cafe, which is amazing. Fresh juices, breakfast. Irma's Cafe. She does such a great job. We'll have several catering services within Pedregal. You've probably heard of the very first ones: Denny's Catering, the Lazy Gourmet, Tracy. I mean, they're all there, and of course our very famous Edith restaurants tour, which I lost count. I don't have enough fingers for all that she has. But talk about preciseness and the quality that you get at these locations. It's just amazing. So anyways, with that, I'm going to have to say goodbye. I think that if you do make the journey south of the border and you do come to Cabo, that you're going to find the expat community is thriving. So it used to be just seasonally, but not anymore. There's no seasons here anymore. They live here full time. They're opening businesses. They're backing businesses. And it's a beautiful community to live in. It's relaxing from... I have to do a shout out to Modu too, because we used to be a beer slug and tequila shooting community before Modu moved in the neighborhood and made us we are a wellness destination. Thank you, Modu.
Thank you, because he has
and since
done
he brought
amazing,
and he gives back to the community, and that's what it's about, is giving back with your hard labor. So at that, I bid you all goodbye because I have to go.
Thank you, Tana.
Thank you. Yes.
It was fun.
Yes. I hope you got something out of that.
We hope to do it again because there's so much to talk about.
Yeah. I've been asked to be on a show and they're going to be filming the show here in Cabo.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it will be seen on Roku, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a very good in front of the person.
Well, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Yacht.